Public transportation in New Orleans could soon have new leadership. In a special meeting today, the New Orleans Regional Transit Authority's Board of Commissioners voted to begin negotiating a separation from CEO Lona Edwards-Hankins. The board also killed Hankins' contract extension and approved hiring a headhunting firm to look for her replacement. All but 2 of the 7 board members were recently replaced when Mayor Helena Moreno took office. Hankins has led the RTA since 2023.